Look, with the white cam sliding with savage, Qualski, bro, put the beam on his back, so back through that park, we ain't lacking. We got 40s, but red as them ratchets, leg shot, we ain't gon' speak on what happened. Chest shot, boom, got hit, he was slacking. Headshot, Mally got left in the passes. Chop, B got the wheel, he ain't crashing. Roll a Mally gumbo, you can match it. PFAK, all them niggas stay capping. Pull up banging, nigga, make it tragic. Spinning on repeat, this shit is a habit. I ain't gon' front, niggas be talking they shit, but they never do shots on my block, or they talking real hot. Nigga go hopping that route, why you acting like son, y'all not SG when it's this. Niggas, they grabbing, they pissing, they ain't get back to that shit, LP on they side, so fuck it, this lab, so whooping that block with the thing on my hip, like, how you breaking the code, you lucky when you feel it, could've turned on my savage, cause I'm from the trench, I don't cap on my rap, I'm here to paint the image. Spice get the whip, pull off, and now we think I'm step through the veil, we looking for them niggas. Bro, in the field, you playing with a Smith. All side with a wax, and 3 go get him. Got him, my demon, pull up, and he flicking, nigga. How can I die? Trying to catch.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the latest edition of Call Out TV. This your boy John. Man, Eric Gonzalez had hit the Road to Riches gang, an infamous YN gang out of East New York, particularly in the Sheffield and Blake Avenue area, with a 68 count indictment, conspiracy to commit murder, weapons possessions. They even laid down a 24-year-old man outside of a deli. They beef with a lot of other YNs throughout East New York and Brownsville, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? They got beef with Van Dyke. You know, they beefing with every fucking body. They beefing with Pistol Pack and Pickin'. You know, the plaza over there off of Miller Avenue and Pickin'. I mean, listen, man, these young niggas out here, man, they don't have no regard for human life. They end up shooting a 68-year-old grandmother who was on her way to church, on her way to praise the Lord, and she just got hit for no reason at all, man. Just going about her day. You know, a lot of these young boys, you know, that's getting indicted, you know, they don't have a father figure coming up. From my understanding, from looking at this video here, you know, it's not gonna be no self-defense situation, because the victim who was hit in the head outside the deli, he didn't have a weapon on him. You understand what I'm talking about? So it's this right here, man. This is a lesson learned to a lot of young niggas, and they just recently indicted and swept up them Bama Life dudes, Blizz, Micho, and Horse, and all of these dudes, GT, and all these niggas. They just got wrapped up in an indictment on multiple shootings. They was committing bank fraud. They was doing a lot of shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Every 3 to 5 years or so, they gonna lock you niggas up. They gonna wrap y'all up in a gang indictment. Then the next generation gonna come outside and they gonna wrap them up too. This is what happens when a lot of these young boys, they dealing with pain in the household. They don't got no father figure to talk to. Their father's probably either dead or in jail. They don't have a role model consistently in their household to show them right from wrong. And even though, you know, the black woman, she wants to take pride in being a independent black strong woman, it's not enough. You cannot teach your boy, you cannot raise your boy how to be a man. That is a man's job. And if you women were paying more attention to the type of dudes that you invite into your life and lay down with, y'all wouldn't be dealing with these type of young demons out here that's just possessed with murder on their mind 24/7. You understand what I'm saying? Now, since a lot of you mothers out here, y'all want to party and bullshit, because let's be honest, y'all don't give a fuck about y'all sons. Y'all sending y'all sons out there in the streets to get murdered and to get killed, man. And then y'all be on the news talking about how much your son was a good boy and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, you either sitting on your ass collecting a welfare check, or you a real hard-working, strong black woman, and you out there every day to put food on, you working hard to put food on the table. You don't know what's going on with your son 8 hours throughout the day while you doing what you doing. Your son is out here, your sons is out here living a grimy life until somebody put them down, or they spend the rest of their life in jail. And this is just sad. This is just a sad and unfortunate situation, man. But a lot of you niggas, y'all not gonna learn, man, until y'all moms has gotta take them them long hour drives up north to go see you. You know what I'm saying? And then, shit, by the time you do think you about to come home or whatever, if you even do make parole, your family gonna start dying off and shit. That's how that shit goes, son. I got a lot of relatives that's locked up that's doing time right now. I don't get to see them as much as I want to because I got a family of my own. And I didn't put you niggas in that situation. Yeah, I might send them a little something through JPay from time to time, but I got 3 kids and a wife of my own. So I gotta stand on business as a grown man and protect my family and guide my young son so he don't fall into the traps that I see a lot of you young niggas is falling into. Because y'all don't have guidance, y'all lacking that role model in y'all life. And this is some real shit. And once y'all go to jail, like I said, man, y'all gonna have to have a stick-up kid mentality. Some of you niggas go to jail, y'all not built like that. Y'all gonna go to jail. Y'all in the next nigga crib, he gonna be controlling the situation, him and his team. If you ain't built like that, them niggas gonna be having you bitched up, washing drawers, telling you what to do, cleaning toilets, everything you want. You're not gonna have a moment of peace in that. But see, a lot of you niggas, y'all just so thirsty for clout. All of these shootings that was committed by these road to riches dudes, these little YN niggas, it was caught on civilians, man. So y'all make the DA's job easy. The DA don't have to work as hard as they used to. And in the early 90s, the crime rate was higher back then. You little niggas is not even 21 years old yet, man. And y'all little niggas is out here laying shit down. Now, I understand the street aspect of it. When somebody is dissing on your dead mans, you know you lose a close friend. You know what I'm saying? That shit could turn you into a demon and you just want to start killing every fucking body. But y'all niggas gotta understand and sit down and really think and realize what's more important in life. And once you in the can, you can't get no pussy in the can like that. All the bitches that y'all thought that was loyal and real hoes, they gonna be off to fucking and sucking the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or your baby mom, she gonna move on and fucking suck your ops. A lot of these bitches with this hood mentality, bro, they not loyal bitches, bro. They just around for what you could do for them. But yeah, man, these little young niggas, these road to riches dudes, man, they done. Now they all locked up. It's hot as fuck. 90 plus degree temperatures on Rikers Island. And they gonna be locked up with all their ops. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to live like an animal, son, every day. You're not gonna have a moment of peace. Then you're gonna be locked up with ops. You're gonna have to put on, you're gonna have to take deals, especially if you're a new nigga in the crib. You understand what I'm talking about? So it's like a lot of niggas is getting stabbed, getting cut. It's nasty work right now on Rikers Island. But a lot of you, and up north, but a lot of you little young niggas, man, y'all keep putting yourselves in situations, bro, where a lot of you niggas is 17, 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas should be working for summer youth. You allowed in New York City to work for summer youth up until you 24 years of age. So a lot of you young niggas that's out here bored and y'all claim y'all ain't got nothing to do, y'all could be working, putting some money in your pocket, fucking with the hoes for the summer, going to the beach, enjoying just the little things in life, just to be able to have your freedom, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, when the CEO turn them lights out, a lot of you little niggas, y'all be in y'all cells, y'all be crying, bro. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid you niggas have a bunkie and, you know what I'm saying, you don't know, you might be locked up with a booty bandit type nigga. You know what I'm saying? That put in work, he official, but he a booty bandit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas don't want to be in that type of environment, man. You It's too hot. Y'all niggas is gonna be locked up with lifers that don't give a fuck about life, will stab you just for looking at them the wrong way. Y'all niggas don't want to be in that type of environment, bro. Y'all get in the comment section, let me know what y'all think about this shit, man. Y'all stay safe out there this summer. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe. I'm out.
There are 9 defendants charged in this conspiracy. They call themselves R2R, Road to Riches. It's a young crew. You can see by their faces, these tend to be teenagers and older teenagers. They're based out of 398 Sheffield Avenue, which is properly in East New York, part of the Unity houses. Let's go to the next screen. Here's a map of the 7-5 and 7-3 precincts, East New York and Brownsville. I'll orient you to the green rectangle in the center where it says R2R. That is the home base. 398 Sheffield Avenue is in that area, and that is the home base for this young crew, R2R. If you look towards Brownsville, you'll see territory marked Wu and Cho. To the north, something called PPP. That's in East New York, and that's the pistol packing crew. And on the bottom, there's something called WAG, another gang that's in the south part of East New York. When you look at the map, the one thing that you see is that R2R is surrounded by other crews and gangs that are hostile to them. And the one thing that stood out to me in the course of this investigation, looking at the number of shootings that took place in East New York over the past couple of years, is that much of the violence is associated with different crews. R2R, that gang, seems to be fighting with everyone. So they're in the middle of it. You can see PPP is only about a block or two away from them. That is their primary adversary at this moment. But again, they've been fighting with everyone. And so a number of these shootings during this investigation have pointed to this particular gang beef. When you look at the consequences of this, what we're seeing during the course of the investigation, and this investigation is looking at a 2-year window. There are going to be 10 shootings that we have charged these 9 men with. One of them was a fatal homicide. So typically what we're seeing is really obscene violence, in the middle of the day where other people walking the streets. And that's the problem, I think, with this particular thing. Many people are being jeopardized by the action of such a small number of young people. So I'm going to talk about the homicide first. The incident took place inside a bodega, where we allege that the defendant, Mr. King Downing, who is the shooter in this case, Javante James and Quinn Parker, as well as other associates that were not part of this indictment from R2R, were inside a bodega buying some stuff and basically hanging out. The video is going to show that at some point, and we allege that King Downing reaches into his waistband after seeing 2 people that he identifies as potential rivals entering the bodega. He pulls out a gun and shoots. Before we play the video, what you're going to also see is that the victim was peering into the bodega. He's looking. He's also waiting for someone to come and meet him there. That turned out to be his brother. And they both peer into the bodega before trying to enter it. Upon entering the bodega, Mr. King Downing shoots, and a 24-year-old man, Mr. Ba loses his life. He's shot in the face. His brother is alleged to be involved with a rival gang of R2R. And so you'll see that, our belief is that the primary motivation in this case was gang violence. Let's watch the videos, and you're going to also pay attention to how the victim and his brother were dressed that day. Let's play the video. All right. Mr. Downing's the person that's identified by the purple circle. He's there with his two cohorts. Actually, all of them are part of R2R. We blocked out the names of the faces of the unindicted co-conspirators. They're in the store shopping. You see, at this point, with a yellow circle, there's a gun in his hand, looking at the door, and the shots was fired. Here's the victim in the yellow circle. He's peering in, waiting to go in. He's met up with his brother in the bluish circle, and as they start to go in, the shot is fired, striking him in the face. That's the person, the shooter in the purple that runs out, stepping over his body. Can we play that one more time? What I want you to pay attention to is at one moment, you'll see that all three look towards the door. They make eye contact, all three of them now staring at the door, seeing the men starting to walk in. And as that's happening, we allege that right there he pulls out his gun and fires before, as they open the door to come in. The victim and his brother are both wearing hoodies and face coverings, and they seem to be cautious before entering the location. This may raise questions, but the fact is, when the police got there, and watching on the video, neither men were armed. The victim did not have a weapon, that's for sure. And the brother, we never lost sight of him on video, and it does not appear that he ever had a weapon when the police arrived. He's unarmed. This is part of the fact of life in places like East New York and Brownsville, that many young men are very careful before entering locations. They're always masked up, wearing hoodies, because they're afraid that if they're identified by rival gang members, they will be shot on sight. That fear of young men in places like East New York and Brownsville leads to the violence in our communities. Men are afraid to go from one part of the neighborhood to another, from one basketball court to another, from one housing development to another. And it causes men who are fearful of their lives to be armed, and that makes us all unsafe.